Hi, welcome to Soul Whispers Tarot. I'm Karen and I'm back again with another pick a card reading. This is also going to be a charm reading as well. And today's reading is, what does this person want to happen between you? So thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. It's really helped me to grow my channel. And if you do subscribe, please tap the bell icon and that will notify you every time I release a new reading. If you would like additional readings every single week, which are exclusive to my email subscribers, then please sign up to those below this video. I'll leave a link in the description box. Also, please take advantage of my 50% off all of my products and services. I have a lot of twin flame products, a lot of ebooks, audio teachings and online courses. So the details to that is also below this video in the description box. Okay, so we have 4 sets of cards today. Set of cards number 1 is the blue crystal. Set of cards number 2 is the amber. Set of cards number 3 is the cerise pink cluster crystal. And set of cards number 4 is the rose quartz. So these are general messages. Take whatever resonates and leave the rest. Please don't try and make these messages fit your individual situation if they aren't resonating. You must always follow your own intuition overall. So I'll give you a few moments to tune into the energies of the cards to see which one resonates with you the most. And it's perfectly fine for you to feel drawn to more than one set of cards. Okay, so let's get into the reading. So this is set of cards number 1, which is the blue cluster crystal. And this card is actually called Connection. Okay, so what does this person want to happen between you both? So these are the true love reading cards, and we also have the Morgan Greer Tarot and messages from the Divine Masculine card. So what does this person want to happen between you? You have the 4 of Cups in reverse, the 10 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the King of Cups. Move these up. The 7 of Swords, Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, lots of Cups energy, 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. We have maturity, the Divine Masculine, worthiness, creativity, you are my rock, you're so beautiful, you mean the world to me, don't underestimate me, and I want to do things right. And we're also going to look into the charms as well after the cards. So what does this person want to happen with you? Well, there's a lot of Cups energy. They want happiness, they want the relationship, they want love, they want harmony between you is what I'm feeling. They want you to know your own worthiness as well. There's a key element of that which I'm feeling strongly. So we start off with the 4 of Cups in reverse, clarified by the 7 of Swords. So I feel as though one of you was not so sure about this relationship. It's like one of you was on the fence. One of you may have felt as though the other may be tricking you, or you didn't know whether to trust in this connection, or they didn't know whether to trust in it. There's a fear of heartbreak. There's a fear of being taken advantage of. There's a fear of being manipulated or losing oneself in the connection. So a fear of being open and vulnerable, and they're wanting a healing of this. They're wanting to take a leap of faith, take this opportunity with you, because there is a sense of someone not fully taking this new opportunity, someone not fully committing, or someone not fully being sure whether to completely open up when it comes to your relationship. And so the other person felt as though the distant one was running away or was putting up barriers, and this has created tension within your connection. So it can be either way around. It could be you that was unsure, or vice versa, the other person. But there is some kind of energy where someone was withholding their emotions, they weren't expressing their emotions, and the other person was wearing their heart on their sleeve and was being very expressive. And the person who was being very expressive felt rejected, or felt as though the other person just wasn't being totally upfront about how they were feeling. And so they felt like they were going out on a limb and the other person wasn't meeting them halfway. So frustration has happened, maybe feelings of rejection. They've left you in a place of confusion because you were like, are they going to reciprocate, or are they just going to be like, I'm getting this sense that it was like getting blood from a stone kind of thing from this other person. They're just very confused, very much on the fence. They're like, is this genuine, what you're offering them, or are you just making out it's something amazing that you're offering, but then as soon as you are in a commitment, as soon as they commit to you, are you going to run away from them? Are you going to reject them? Are you going to be shady? So this person has experienced people being deceptive with them. And so, yeah, there's some trust issues is what I'm really feeling here. But then it's caused you to be in a place of confusion, and you're like, do I trust them? Because they're holding back and they're not fully accepting what you're offering. But that was in reverse. So they're wanting a healing of that. They're wanting to take that leap of faith. They want to release this energy of being overly guarded, because there's the 10 of Cups and the Page of Cups. They want this happy relationship. They want a healing of any issues that have been going on between you. They want to express their truth, but they feel like this page energy. They feel not naive, but they feel fragile, perhaps. Perhaps they have been very heartbroken. Perhaps they have experienced a lot of betrayal in their past, and so their heart is broken. They have trust issues, but they want to express their emotions. They do want this relationship. They do want this balance and reciprocity when it comes to give and take. They want to be equals, but this person may struggle when it comes to expressing their truth. They may struggle because I feel like they've experienced people where they gave other people an inch and these other people took a mile. They opened up to other people and people used that to manipulate them, abuse them, and were very controlling. So this person is trying to control this situation by moving things very slowly. They're very much on the fence, and they're like wanting to go slowly because they feel like perhaps you might run away with them, might run away with the connection, might run away with trying to control things. Because they feel like you're stronger than them, or they feel like you're more expressive than what they are. So they have difficulties expressing their needs. So they feel as though they'd be afraid to be open and honest. They'd be afraid and not know how to express their needs to you. And so they're worried that they would not be assertive enough to feel as though their boundaries aren't being crossed. So this is someone that has a lot of boundaries up. And they fear, you know, those boundaries being crossed because people have like taken advantage of them in the past. They want reconciliation, the Six of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So they're wanting to speak their truth because there's two cards here, expressing their heart. They want to be, you know, opening up to you, taking off the visor, taking off the mask, taking off the armor. They want to be open. They want to offer you this cup with the flowers in, which represents them offering you their heart, them offering you their emotions. And 6 is the number of love as well. So they really want a reconciliation here. They see you as their soulmate. But they're feeling, there's a lot of energy I'm picking up on here. They're feeling like the page, like the children. They're feeling delicate or fragile. But they see you as someone very strong. And so I feel like they've worn masks and armor throughout most of their life, especially when it comes to love and relationships. But they want to peel back that armor. They want to open up their heart to you, express their truth. They want more confidence. They want to take action in delivering this message, in reaching out to you. But there is this childlike kind of quality or innocent, maybe naive or unexperienced kind of energy. And they just feel as though you're much more experienced than they are, or you're much stronger. What's really, really positive is that we are having progression here energetically within this person, because there's the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and then the King of Cups. So they are becoming much more fluent when it comes to expressing their emotions and being emotionally balanced. So they're wanting a new beginning. They're wanting the relationship again. They're wanting it to be grounded and stable. They want to feel as though they're a good provider when it comes to you. They're wanting stability. I feel like this person's very insecure, and they feel like your connection's insecure. And it is to do with like worthiness issues, not feeling good enough. And it could be like mirroring as well. Like they want you to know your worth. So perhaps you've been chasing this person, subconsciously seeking this person's validation and their love. Maybe some rejection and abandonment wounds are coming up here. So that may be contributing to them being unsure whether your feelings for them are real, or whether, you know, whether you're projecting some kind of fantasy onto them, or you're projecting this idea that they're going to be the one to heal like your childhood wounds or something like that. Because often we can chase after people who are like holding back and are withdrawn, because subconsciously we're seeking that validation from them. So if they're picking up on that, they may feel that you're in love with a fantasy version of them, and they may feel like you're not in love with the real them. You're in love with their potential or the idea of them that you have in your mind. But they feel like you might reject the real them. If they got close to you, you'd see them for who they truly are, and they may fear that, you know, that will break the spell kind of thing. You will see them more authentically, and it won't be what you want. Or they may feel as though you have worthiness issues. So if they give you what you want, then you may get bored of them, and you may start chasing after someone else who's emotionally unavailable to try and heal that wound again of abandonment and rejection from someone else who's emotionally unavailable. So these are some of the fears that they have that's holding them back. But they feel a lot of passion for you. They may have sexual fantasies about you as well, but they want the relationship as well. They want it to be stable. They want it to be grounded. They want that confidence to make it happen. King of Cups. They feel so much for you. They want you to be understanding. They're in this wounded place. They feel a lot of comfort from you, a lot of stability. Yeah, we have you are my rock. So you've really helped. You've been very supportive to this person, and this person wants to give back to you equally. But because they feel inexperienced or out of their depth when it comes to you, they're not sure how to express themselves. They're not sure how to be stable enough to give back equally. Because I feel like this person has felt like an outsider when it comes to their life in general. And they've put you on a pedestal is what I'm feeling. So they're struggling with feeling worthy enough. They're wanting this maturity. This is the energy of knowing that you're responsible for your own happiness. This person wants to be happy, emotionally healthy, emotionally balanced, and feeling secure and in that place of knowing their self-worth. But they're also wanting you to be in that place as well, because they feel that's the only way this can work out. If you're not in a place of like knowing your worth and you're seeking that validation from this person, then as long as you're doing that, they're still going to feel confused and on the fence, because they're not going to know if you genuinely love them or whether you're still seeking their validation. So they're wanting you to know your own worth. They're wanting to embrace how they're truly feeling, like spiritually. They're feeling very drawn to you. They feel this spiritual awakening. They feel much more stronger because of this awakening when it comes to your connection. They want to be this divine masculine for you. They want to be strong. They want, and they know it's through them having this maturity of knowing their worth. They're wanting this healing within. Because there's the mirror here, looking into the pond, looking into the reflection. So there may be worthiness issues, like reflecting between you both, that's creating those blocks. They want creativity, they want movement forward, they want, this is like the vortex. This is like to do with the law of attraction. They have all these dreams and goals that you both mutually want. You want the relationship. Creativity is like the balance of the masculine and feminine energies. They're wanting to step through that door into a new beginning with you. But they know that there needs to be this alignment through healing on both sides. You're my rock. They're very grateful that you're in their life and how much you've been supportive to them. You're so beautiful. They see you as the divine feminine. They see you as someone that's very worthy, but perhaps they see that you don't realize your own worth. You mean the world to me. So they're thinking about you a lot. They feel very sentimental, very deep feelings of love for you is what I'm picking up. Don't underestimate me. So yeah, they want you to know that they have to heal these things for themselves. You can't heal things for them. They have to go through these lessons, go through this on their own in terms of really experiencing the lessons and the healing for themselves. I want to do things right. They want to be there for you. They want this reciprocity, an equal give and take. But if you're someone that's like trying to do the healing for them, or you're trying to move this forward before they're ready, then again, it's like the energies are blocking like this forward movement, because there's this energy of fear and looking outside of self for validation, and that's kind of creating a stalemate kind of energy here. So let's look into the charms for this person. What do they want to happen between you both? So we have I love you to the moon and back. So they love you very deeply. The moon represents the subconscious. So a lot of wounds are being triggered up within the connection. A lot of healing of the subconscious blocks, the subconscious conditioning, anything that's been blocking them from aligning with their divine masculine and you aligning from your divine feminine energy is coming up. So in terms of triggers, but it's helping you both to go inwards as individuals. So you reach this deeper wisdom, this deeper maturity within yourselves, all to do with knowing your worth, all to do with seeing yourself in your true light, because we all go around with like an ego identity. So that's going through our life, being conditioned to see ourselves in a certain way. A lot of that is very negative. And it's just an illusion. It's the false identity, the ego identity, rather than the soul identity, the eternal self. So there's a lot of wisdom that's happening within this connection, a lot of awakening. They see you as someone very wise. And it's very interesting because the moon and the owl, the nighttime, they're wanting a transformation. But right now they're going inwards. It's like they need this alone time. So they want this healing. To me, the rainbow represents the chakras. And, you know, the 10 of Cups as well. Wanting the union. Wanting to come together. But I feel like they're going inwards. They're kind of like the hermit energy right now. They're trying to work out. Yeah, there's another owl here. So owls could be very significant and specific to this person or to you or to the connection. But yeah, they're wanting and they're needing this time to go inwards. They're starting to believe. In the past, they were on the fence. They weren't sure whether you truly loved them. On the surface, they may have been blasé. This says, sure, fine, whatever. So they may have been blasé. And that was their way of trying to keep you at arm's length until they realised or worked out whether it was safe to sort of come out of their shell, because there is the hedgehog here. So rolling up into a ball, trying to protect themselves. The rosy cheeks is like embarrassment. This could be someone that's very shy. Again, you know, this is a nocturnal animal. So this person's going into their shadow side right now. They may be like spying on you from afar. Kind of like this energy, like they're thinking about you a lot late at night, or they're hiding in the shadows. They're not fully coming out into the light. This is someone that's afraid to be fully seen because they're not in a place of knowing their worth or feeling good enough. So they're hiding away. They want to speak their truth to you. They realize that, I see this as bicycle, like the wheels, you're both mirroring the same cycles, the same things that need to be healed. They're wondering if you are on the same page. They're starting to believe that you are. The rose, this is the heart awakening. They want to offer you their love. They want to offer you their heart. There was that 6 of Cups where the boy's offering the cup with the flowers in to the girl. So they want to express their emotions, express their passion for you, express their love. Time. I'm seeing this as they're afraid that time's ticking away. They feel like you're going in circles. This is cycles as well. They're kind of feeling stuck within this fishbowl. They want to express their truth. They're wanting this freedom to open up to you, but they're afraid. But again, I feel it's energetic as well. And by that, I mean if you're both out of alignment with the love vibration, i.e. you're not in a place of self-love, then you can't align with like true love with each other, because there's too much of the fear vibration, which is blocking that. So I'm going to look much more deeply into this person's energies in a Vimeo reading, what they want to happen between you, how they're feeling, what actions they're going to take, and what's going to happen between you. So that extended reading, I've left the link to that below this video in the description box. And I really hope that this reading has been helpful and that it's resonated with you. And if it has, then please like, share and subscribe. It really helps me to grow my channel. And if you do subscribe, please tap the bell icon and that will notify you every time I release a new reading. So I really hope to see you over on Vimeo. Thank you so much. So this is set of cards number 2, which is the Amber. And this card is actually called Commitment. So what does this person want to happen between you both? So we have the Morgan Greer Tarot. This is the True Love reading cards. And also we have the messages from the Divine Masculine cards. So, 6 of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. Justice in reverse. 2 of Swords. 6 of Swords. The Devil. 9 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles. Death. Ace of Cups. The Sacred Woman. Sexuality. The Divine Feminine. Manifestation. And I'm healing family issues. We are meant to be. I'm struggling with money. What's my purpose? And honesty is important. So what does this person want to happen between you? So there's definitely been some struggles that have happened within your connection. There's definitely been some energy of injustice. And I feel like this person realizes that this injustice was created by this kind of confusion energy or opposing energies. So to me, this opposing energy is wanting something, like wanting the relationship, wanting the union, wanting the commitment, but the opposing energy is a fear of that, or, you know, the wanting something that opposes that as well. So wanting two things at the same time, wanting the comfort zone, for example, wanting to feel safe and secure. So that means not taking action, not moving towards the commitment. So fear versus love, basically. This could be mirrored between both of you, because on this commitment cards, the swans are mirroring each other. There's the moon, which is about subconscious energies being mirrored here. Subconscious fears. So there may, whether you realize it or not, there may be this dynamic where you're both wanting to be together. You're both wanting the relationship. You're wanting the commitment. You're wanting to take things further or to the next level. But on a deep subconscious level, that you can't see, and subconscious is represented by the moon. On the subconscious level, there's a fear of moving towards that commitment. You may be getting some kind of payoff in the current dynamic where you have some kind of dynamic between you, or some kind of connection, some kind of communication or situation where you're you kind of have each other but not fully. So subconsciously there may be a part of you that wants to hold on to that. It may feel safer to love from afar. I mean, on some level, you may feel as though you really want to be with this person in the physical. You really want to have this new beginning in love. You really want the commitment. You really want the relationship. And this person wants that too. But on a subconscious level, there's an opposing energy. There's a part of you and a part of this person wanting this dynamic to stay the same in some kind of way. Maybe fear of being open, being vulnerable, fear of rejection. This person may have put you on a pedestal and vice versa. And there's a fear of, coming back down to reality, or this person seeing you or you seeing them in a more realistic light. There may be a fear that, this person's going to disappoint you. If you get together and they turn out to be nothing like what you hope they're going to be. Or if they disappoint you, or you're afraid that you're going to disappoint them, they're afraid they're going to disappoint you if things become too real. And so there's a fear of losing what you already have on some subconscious level. But at the same time, you're both wanting the relationship. There may be a fear, basically in this current dynamic, you kind of have each other in a safe kind of way. I feel like you may both be fantasizing about the future and maybe even talking about the future, like one day we'll be together. But it seems to keep staying in the future. Like it's not fully grounding in the present moment. So you may be thinking, why isn't this person committing? If they want to be with me, if they truly love me, then why aren't they committing? It's because they fear losing you. They fear losing what you've already established together. And in a way, it feels safer to hold on to the current dynamic, hold on to you in this current way, in this current situation, rather than risking, taking that leap of faith, trying to make a true commitment on all levels, and then you being disappointed with them, and then it not working out, or some kind of, something happening that means it doesn't work out between you. It feels safer to hold on to the future. It feels safer to kind of bury their head in the sand and be like, oh, I can't move forward right now. So they're blocking the connection. But like I said, I feel like it's a mirror. It's like an energy. You fear losing them. There's a fear of abandonment and rejection. I feel that's on both sides, but they do want victory and love. There's some kind of issues or battles going on. It could be battling like the fears within yourselves as individuals. This person wants to be confident. They want you to see them in a good light. In the Rider-Waite Tarot, this shows the person, the soldier coming back home, being victorious after a battle. This person saved the town, saved the community, and all the community are cheering this person on. They're so grateful. They're looking up. This person's a hero to them. This person wants to be a hero to you. They may be wearing some kind of masks. And, what I'm saying about this person could apply to you as well. There may be masks being put on here, and this person wants you to look up to them. They feel a lot of healing from you seeing them in this light. It's almost like you've idolized them, and they may have idolized you. And they don't want to become too real, too human, too imperfect in your eyes. Because I feel like some of you are seeing this person as perfect. you see their flaws. You know that they aren't perfect, but on some other level, like you're really looking up to them. You're really in awe of them. And you feel and you know that they look up to you in that way as well. So there may be this fear of things becoming too real and losing this kind of experience of being looked up to in such a powerful way. Like, it's very validating being put on this pedestal. I feel like you've both put each other on a pedestal. And this person really doesn't want to lose that. They don't want you to, they don't want to get too close and you see the real them, and then things become more grounded and then you see their imperfections. They feel like you're partly holding on to them because you have projected some ideals onto them, or you're in love with their potential. You're kind of in love with the fantasy aspects that you're projecting onto them. And they're afraid that if they become too real, then it will break the spell. You'll see them for who they really are, and you won't be happy, or you'll reject them, or they may fear that you're looking to them and you're chasing them for validation. So as soon as they give you what they want and they stop running away from you, then they fear that you might just start chasing after someone else who's emotionally unavailable, because you're trying to seek that approval from someone who's unavailable. So in a way, that's why they're staying unavailable to you, because they're afraid as soon as they give you what you want, you might realize you don't want that anymore. You don't want them. You want the chase. You want someone who's mysterious and unavailable. But they do want to break this cycle. There's this cycle. You're both on this wheel of fortune. You're both, like I said, this king and the queen. And it looks like they're out in public. And again, it's like people cheering them on. Like if the queen, goes out in public, there's crowds of people cheering them on, looking up to them. They're idolized, but there's this like separation. Like you're not allowed to get too close to the royalty, So there is this sense that you've both put each other on this pedestal, and it's because there is this separation. You can't get too close to each other. And so you're both like in awe of each other. You're both looking up to each other, and you're both feeling like the other is looking up to you, and that's making you feel like you're on cloud 9. It's, like I said, creating a lot of validation. It's making you feel like $1 million on some kind of level. But there's this cycle that keeps repeating. It's a fear of being thrown off the wheel. It's a fear of being thrown off that pedestal. But at the same time, it's like they do really want to be with you. So they're wanting the blocks, that karmic cycle to be over so you can truly be together. But at the same time, they're afraid of that. They're afraid that your connection is based a lot on fantasy and that it's not real. They're afraid that it's not going to translate into a healthy, real relationship if they're too real with you, and if you're too real with them, if you're too close. So there's justice in reverse. This card is all about whatever you give out is what you manifest back to yourself. And there is this manifestation card with the infinity symbol on. So again, this is like a mirroring kind of energy. You may feel like there's an injustice. You may feel as though this person isn't choosing you. But they feel as though you're not choosing them. They may feel as though you're choosing the fantasy, or you're projecting that onto them. And so they're like, she's not in love with the real me, she's in love with the fantasy, or she's in love with the validation that I can give her. So they're not sure whether it's genuine love. But there may also have been this intense feeling of injustice, because I feel a lot of you are taking this very personally. You're feeling as though this other person is just crossing their, folding their arms over their heart. They're not allowing themselves to follow their heart or express their truth. They're burying their head in the sand. You feel as though this person's confused about whether they love you or not. You feel as though they're on the fence because you think they're on the fence because they're not sure about how they feel about you, like if they love you or not. But it's not it's not a case of that. They're on the fence because there's these opposing energies, like wanting to be with you, like genuinely they want that. But then they're genuinely afraid that there's going to be an injustice and that you're not going to fully be in love with the real them if they reveal their true self to you. They know that you're holding on to them when they're being mysterious and that when they're being at a distance. And I feel like deep down, you know the same. You know that they're holding on to you because there's this mystery surrounding your connection, because there is this distance between you both. So you both have that opposing energy is what I'm feeling. It feels like an injustice. A lot of wounds to do with abandonment and rejection are coming up. And it is creating this dynamic where you're both looking to each other too much for validation and a sense of self-worth. And that is the karmic cycle that needs to be healed. Taking back your personal power on both sides. And by that I mean knowing your own worth, knowing that your worth is not dependent on what this other person does or doesn't do, whether they commit to you or not. I feel like they're not going anywhere in terms of they're always thinking about you. They're always, you're always on their mind. They're wanting this, but they're afraid of it becoming too real and then everything falling apart. But they do want the healing. This is another 6, the number of love. They want the healing of the blocks. They want to move your connection forward, away from the choppy waters into the calmer waters, moving your connection into a brighter future. They know that these blocks within your connection are to do with both of your thought patterns and fears, which are created in the mind and the imagination. Like maybe, if we focus too much on fantasies and we're not in the present moment, then we manifest more and more ungrounded energy. If we want things to be grounded, we need to be totally honest with ourselves. We need to be in the present moment. We need to release any fantasies or trying to present ourselves in this kind of idolized version. We need to be our true, authentic selves. Because, the devil, this is like codependency. This is the energies of fear. I feel like you're both holding on to each other too much in terms of thinking your self-worth is dependent upon how this person's reacting to you, whether you're committing or not. This person may feel indirectly rejected by you if they feel like you're holding on to a fantasy version of them and you're wanting them to change in order to be with you. Then because you're wanting them to change and you may have projected a lot of unrealistic expectations on them and on certain levels, they may feel as though you're not accepting them for who they truly are in the present moment. They feel like you're only holding on to them because of some fantasy version that's unrealistic. So that may feel like an injustice to them. That feels like an indirect rejection. Like they feel like the real them isn't good enough. So you've projected an idealized version of them. But you're both kind of doing that. But at the same time, I feel like you both see through those masks and you both see the divine energy, the divine true person, the true soul beneath the masks. I feel like this person has money issues. Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and I'm struggling with money. So this person's trying to work hard to become financially independent. They may base some of their self-worth on, you know, their finances. And if they're struggling with that, then they're not feeling good enough. Some of them, they may literally be struggling just to keep afloat when it comes to their financial situation or their living situation. So that may be taking up a lot of their time and energy because they're literally trying to survive and keep some kind of physical security in their home life or something like that. They may see you as financially secure, and they're working hard to be a mirror of that. Death and the Ace of Cups. So they know there needs to be a major transformation in order for there to be this new beginning in love, the fresh start. But, you know, transformation is scary. They are very afraid that if they're their true self, if they take off the masks, if they come forward and offer their love, express their emotions to you, they're afraid it's going to be a death of the connection. They're afraid it's going to be a death of your fantasies. They're afraid they're going to break the spell or burst your bubble, and you're going to see the real them and not want that, not want them. But at the same time, they really want this commitment. They really want to open their heart to you. They really want to offer you the relationship and express how they feel. They want peace of mind. They want this peace in their heart. Your connection may have been going in cycles where they feel like they're always, you know, they're not feeling peaceful. They're feeling all over the place. They're like, where's this connection going? Is it ever going to ground? They're very much afraid of what you think of them. They may be working really hard to keep up that pretense of the pedestal you've put them on. But they're working hard to try and, you know, keep you interested in that kind of way. But it's not through being authentic. It's like they're trying to keep this fantasy going so that you hold on to them because they are afraid of losing you. But, you know, keeping the fantasy going is not realistic, so it's not grounding in a realistic way. It's a up in the air kind of energy. I'm healing family issues. So yeah, I feel like that's where this codependency is coming from. Childhood wounds of not feeling good enough, basically. Feeling rejected. Subconsciously, they may feel as though you're their surrogate mother or you're their surrogate family. They feel this deep connection. They feel this soul connection. They feel like your soul family. And so as long as they're getting that from you, this love, this approval, you being there for them, you being supportive, they don't want to lose that. Because they felt like they didn't get that kind of love from their own like blood family. So if you're being very nurturing, if you're putting in so much work into the relationship, if you're this kind of motherly kind of energy and it's like a mother-child kind of dynamic that your connection has fallen into, in a way, that's this opposing energy kind of thing. Like they want to be with you in a sexual, like lovers kind of way, relationship. But at the same time, they may be receiving a lot of healing from you if it's like this mother-child kind of dynamic, and they don't want to lose that. They don't want to lose this kind of love that feels like a deep soul family love. I'm healing family issues. You may be helping them heal that. You may be that surrogate family and vice versa. You may feel this deep, unconditional love from them, and that subconsciously you don't want to lose that. We are meant to be. So they know that you're deep soul family members or that you're twin flames or soulmates. They feel that there is already this kind of soul family commitment going on, like a divine commitment, a soul contract. They're afraid of losing that by trying to turn it into a physical, romantic relationship, even though that's what they daydream and want as well. Honesty is important. So yeah, they really want to express their truth. They want to express who they truly are. But again, like I've just been talking about, there's a lot of masks going on here. Subconsciously, they may be trying to keep this distance so that you keep being there for them in the way that you already are, and vice versa. What's my purpose? So yeah, I feel like they're trying to build themselves up. They may be working on career, and they're trying to align that with like a soul purpose or a soul mission. Sacred woman. So there's all these divine, like feminine energies here. Like they're really seeing you as a sacred woman, the divine feminine. They're seeing you as really powerful. They may see your blocks. They may feel like when you shift your blocks, then you can help manifest this commitment. They want this sexuality with you. They want this passionate relationship with you. But again, the sacred woman, the divine feminine, they're seeing you as very nurturing. So on a deeper level, they don't want to lose that kind of dynamic. So let's look into the charms. What does this person want to happen between you both? There's two people outside. So this is kind of suggesting they're hiding inside. An introvert trying to protect themselves. This is someone who's highly empathic, a highly sensitive individual. They may feel overwhelmed very easily by other people's energies. But yeah, overall, to me, this is someone that's stays inside a lot or has a lot of alone time. They may just be used to feeling quite isolated, and they're just not used to sharing their energy so intimately with anyone, i.e. you. But they want you to know that they love you. And they feel like there's a hole in their heart when you're not fully around, or if they were to lose you. They do feel like the connection is going in circles. But like I said, it's like a comfort zone. This is someone that's kind of hemming themselves in, placing a lot of limits on themselves. Again, someone that may spend a lot of time inside or on their own. This is about money as well, the fish. So they're focusing on that a lot as well. This is the colour of the throat chakra, wanting to express their truth. They may struggle when it comes to having healthy boundaries, like they don't know how to have healthy boundaries. They worry too much about what others think of them, so that may be why they isolate themselves from others. Like it may be very overwhelming when they're around a lot of people, if they're worrying about what those people think of them. So it may have just become easier for them to be by themselves. But there is healing going on here to do with the throat chakra, to do with self-expression. Expressing and becoming their individuality, their authentic self. So there's a book here. This person may be trying to study. They may be working on their career in terms of studying. They may be studying everything that you're writing. They may be trying to heal themselves. They may be studying spiritual texts. music may be really relevant to them in some kind of way. Maybe communicating to you through music, or you may have communicated to them through music. So I feel like they're listening to the songs that you shared. Or, you know, this could be like audiobooks. Like they're trying to heal is what I'm feeling. They're trying to figure things out. They're trying to figure out how to come out of this cycle in order to have the commitment. There may be a physical distance between you, or they're wanting to spread their wings, they're wanting to ascend, they're wanting to feel free, to be their true self, or they're literally wanting to bridge the gap. They're wanting to travel to you, or vice versa. The rake. This to me is saying that they're tending to this growth, this healing, planting the right seeds. They're tending to that. I do feel there has been some heartbreak that's happened within your connection. But to me, this is like they've closed the umbrella. Like a lot of healing has taken place. So there's no longer the storms. There's no longer like the tears. Like the rain to me is like the tears. So a lot of healing has taken place. A lot of renewal. They want this peace. They feel like you bring a lot of peace to their life. You're the key to their peace. And you're the key to their transformation as well. The healing, the death of like the ego, the death of the fears and the blocks in order to become their true self, align with their true self. So I'm going to look more in depth into this person's energies, what's going to happen between you, what actions they're going to take in an extended Vimeo reading. So I'll leave the link to that reading below this video in the description box. And I really hope this reading has been helpful and that it's resonated with you. And if it has, then please like, share and subscribe. It really helps me to grow my channel. And if you do subscribe, please tap the bell icon and that will notify you every time I release a new reading. So I really hope to see you over on Vimeo. Thank you so much. So this is set of cards number 3, which is the Cerise Pink Cluster Crystal. And the card that you've chosen is called Intimacy. This is my favourite card in the True Love Oracle cards. So we have the Morgan Greer Tarot, the True Love reading cards, and messages from the Divine Masculine cards. We'll also be looking into your charms as well. Okay, so what does this person want to happen within your connection? Oh, sorry, what does this person want to happen with you? The Hanged Man in reverse. The Two of Wands. Temperance. The King of Pentacles. The Emperor. The Chariot. The Page of Swords. The Ten of Wands. The Eight of Wands. The Hierophant. Serendipity. Self-respect. The Distorted Masculine. And Silver Waterfall. What does she think of me? You inspire me to be my best version. I'm always thinking about you. I'm letting go of the past. And I feel insecure. So this person wants there to be closeness with you, like the return of closeness is what I'm feeling. I feel like there was some kind of intimacy between you, like especially emotionally. They felt very connected to you in their heart, like telepathically. They felt like there was a lot of resonance with you, a lot of understanding on certain levels. But there has been some kind of stalemate between you. There has been some kind of energy where you've both wanted to move forward and be together, but there's been something that's kept your energies or your connection stuck, or this person stuck. But they're wanting to come out of the Hanged Man energy. They're wanting to come out of this pause. The Hanged Man purposely hangs himself upside down by the ankle in order to reach enlightenment, in order to see the truth of matters, to see things from a different perspective. And so there has needed to be this time of space and distance between you in order for deeper awakenings, deeper realizations to occur. So this is a major arcana card, so it's part of the soul contract. These major arcana cards mean these experiences were supposed to happen for a divine reason. So it may have felt as though this person just simply wasn't choosing to be with you or was choosing to be resistant, but this Hanged Man energy, this stalemate kind of energy, was part of your soul contract. This was meant to happen. So it wasn't personal, even though it may feel like it. Your connection has inspired a lot of awakening within both of you. But they do want to come out of this eventually. But right now, I feel like they do want space. Or they need this. They know that they need this. And it's because of this Two of Wands energy. This is feeling stuck in some kind of energy or circumstance, or it could be thought patterns that are very limiting. It's an energetic dynamic, so it means being out of alignment with being together, basically. So this is really showing me that this person is bored in their current situation. They're bored with feeling stuck. This may have been going on for a long time, like an energy of a stalemate. Like what I'm feeling is this person has been on the fence or wasn't sure about your connection. For some of them, they really wanted to be with you. But like I said, if either of you or both of you aren't in the vibration of self-love, or if there's a lot of things that need healing or a lot of epiphanies, lessons that need to be learnt, that can mean that you are out of alignment in terms of that love vibration, out of alignment with each other. Because I feel like this is a catalyst soul connection. It could be a soulmate, a soul family member, a twin flame. Some of you, it could be a karmic. But there's a definite like soul connection here in order for great healing to take place. And that's through spiritual awakening. That's through aligning more with your soul truth. Because we are infinite souls having a temporary experience in a human body. But when we're humans, initially we can think that who we are is our human identity. Often that's the ego identity. Ego is like a collection of beliefs, whether those beliefs are real or not. A lot of them are distorted through conditioning. A lot of the ego image that we collect is like negative negative thoughts about self. So that's what blocks us from being in alignment with our true soul self. Our soul self knows our own worth. The soul is naturally in alignment with a love vibration. So your connection, it's like you and this person have come together in order to have a lot of awakenings. Often it's through painful triggering, but not always, in order to basically break down the ego identity or the false self in order for you to align with your true self, your soul truth. And so I feel like that's the energy that's been blocking your connection or blocking you from being in alignment with each other in terms of like a romantic relationship, the things that needed to be healed and released. And so this person, I feel, has been just as frustrated as you are when it comes to trying to get all the obstacles out of the way or overcome those obstacles in order to be with you. Some of you, there may be a physical distance, or there's just some kind of blocks going on, but they've been daydreaming about you from afar. Some of them, they've been confused because when their ego breaks down, and, you know, like I said, we believe that's who we really are, or the certain way of seeing life, when that gets broken down and we have a higher perspective, it can seem very scary because, you know, we've grown up with certain beliefs and we get comfortable in those beliefs. And so it's like threatening to the ego, for the ego to start breaking down in order to reveal the soul truth, who we truly are on a deeper level. So that's what's been happening with the Hanged Man, seeing themselves in a higher perspective. But there needed to be this time of pause in order for that to truly happen, in order for there to be that time and space for that deep introspection. So that's why this person's been confused. They've been like, what's real? The ego self or the soul truth? But, you know, they haven't like logically or literally been thinking that. That's been happening on a subconscious level, like what's real and what isn't. Because a lot of things are falling away for this person in their life, and that can seem very scary to the ego when the ego doesn't understand. It's all about the soul growth. It's all about releasing things that are blocking the person from aligning with their true self. So they've been daydreaming about you, but there's been this energetic blocks going on. So they want to bridge the gap with you, but until that healing takes place, then there can't be alignment. They're wanting healing. They're wanting alignment with you. This is saying that spirit is really watching over your connection, and the divine is really helping you both to open your hearts to who you truly are. There is this infinite bond between you. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're supposed to end up with this person in a romantic way, but many of you will in the future. But right now, what's going on within your connection is this balance. So the angel has one foot on the earth, one in the water. So that's like, to me, that's saying about the different dimensions, like the 3D and the higher dimensions. This is bridging the gap. This person wants this intimacy. They want it as much as you do. They want the relationship. They want the alchemy, the oneness, the union. But right now, it's like your higher selves know that the more important thing is the healing. Having the inner union, because you're reflections of each other, and so you're really opening up each other to realizing your true soul selves and really grounding that and becoming that, embodying that soul truth in your 3D earthly life. And you know, that's the main priority from the soul's eyes at this time. But there is balance returning, there is healing. They want to give you a stable offer. They want to be like this divine masculine. We have distorted masculine here. But they're wanting to be more of the divine masculine. They're wanting to be in their personal power. What blocks us from our personal power is the blocks. It's the feelings of inadequacy, the negative self-image, the negative beliefs that we collect over time about ourselves. That's the main blocks. Many of those will be triggered within you both, like feelings of abandonment and rejection, all things like that. But it's to help bring them up to the surface so you become consciously aware rather than the wounds and blocks being trapped in the subconscious. So King of Pentacles and the Emperor. This person wants to be stable within themselves. This person needs to be stable within themselves before they can have a stable relationship with you, whatever that relationship transpires to become. They want to give you an offer. They want to be like this traditional masculine, but that may well be what's partly distorting them. If they're holding on too tightly to traditional roles or outdated paradigms, like they may feel that they're only worthy if they have like a lot of money, for example, or if they're very powerful. This person may want to be in control. And, that's the distorted version of the masculine. That's like the ego that's trying to live up to social standards, which are very distorted. So they may be afraid of you seeing them in a negative light. They may be afraid of you seeing them in a vulnerable light. So they're trying to appear to be stronger than what they really feel. I feel some of them are working really hard behind the scenes to become strong, confident, successful. And so that's like their priority at this time. And there may be like control issues to do with that. But they do want to move towards you. They do want movement. Again, this is about them finding their balance and stability before they can move forward and your connection move forward in a balanced and harmonious, mature kind of way. But again, this is like a powerful masculine energy. So there's a lot of masculine energy here. So yeah, definitely someone who I feel feels insecure deep down, but they're trying to make out they're more confident than what they are, or they're trying to become confident. They're afraid of getting close to you and you seeing them in their unconfident truth of how they see themselves. It's like they're trying to project a certain image because they believe who they truly are isn't good enough, but they're not really seeing who they truly are. They believe that their distorted sense of self, they're seeing themselves in a distorted light, but they're believing that's who they truly are, and therefore they're not feeling worthy enough. But they want to fight for your connection. They want to genuinely feel good enough before they move towards you. But it's like they're holding so many heavy energies. There's a heavy weight on their shoulders. And I do feel this is like a poor self-image. Or for some of them, there may be situations going on in their life which they can't fully release right now. In the traditional tarot, it shows one of these wands bolted to the wall, bolted to a balcony, and they're looking over that balcony to the ocean. And they're holding a globe. So they're feeling stuck in current circumstances. It's a massive weight on their shoulder, and they're feeling really, unhappy and restless. They're wanting to move towards you. They may be having a form of escapism by thinking about you, daydreaming about you all the time. But as long as there's all this heavy energy or negative thought patterns or whatever it is blocking them and getting in their way, they can't see clearly. That's what's contributing to their confusion. Not being able to see clearly because there's either some kind of drama or they're out of alignment with themselves. They're not being their true selves. They may not consciously know how to do that, be in alignment with their true self. But this is a 10, so whatever burdens or obstacles are going on for this person, it's nearly the end of that cycle. Some of them are waiting for the blocks or some kind of cycle to be over before they can move forward towards you. Because this is about rapid movement, it's about communication. Again, some of you may be at a physical distance and this represents travel. They're wanting to travel to you or bridge the gap. Hierophant. They want a commitment with you. They're committing more to the spiritual aspect, which is a really good sign. It's committing more to their true self, seeing beyond illusions. For some, this can represent that they're in a marriage, but they're not happy about it. They're feeling bored. They're thinking about you. But that could be literally like an obstacle. Like they feel all this passion towards you. They want to move towards you, have this intimacy, but they may literally be in some other kind of relationship or situation that's preventing that. So serendipity. This is a sense of they're wanting the universe to step in and kind of create this alignment. This can be an energy of wanting to, not take responsibility for their own actions. In some cases, not necessarily. Some of them, they literally know it's about energetic alignment. And so they are trying to do the healing work and be balanced within themselves and feel stronger and knowing their self-worth and having self-respect. And then they know that it's about alignment. Like when they're in that vibration of self-love, then that's when they can align with a relationship or align in love with you, bringing you together. Manifestation, law of attraction. So some of them, they know that and they are doing the healing work. For others, if they're still stuck in this distortion, they may be feeling powerless or subconsciously afraid of taking action, and so they may be telling themselves that it's not down to them, it's down to the universe, and they may be being passive and just hoping that the universe is going to sort out this connection and make it happen. So self-respect. This person may not know how to have healthy boundaries. And they fear speaking their truth in some kind of situation where they have to release themselves. And again, that's aligning with this distorted masculine energy, like they don't know their worth. They feel insecure. And so they may be holding on to some kind of security in a physical kind of way, but emotionally it's making them feel all over the place. There is healing of this though. The silver waterfall is all about healing those distortions, healing those blocks. What does she think of me? So some of them are blocked because, or they're afraid to come forward because they're afraid that they've hurt you. They're afraid that their distortions have caused you to have to take a step back in order to have your own self-respect. They're afraid that they are not in your good books and that you're not going to be receptive. They're afraid that they're losing you. This person just basically doesn't feel good enough is what I'm picking up on. You inspire me to be my best version. So in the past, they were very distorted. They weren't in alignment with their true self. They weren't following their heart. They were following fear. Or they couldn't see clearly because of this distortion of fear. So they want to do things right. They want to, like I said with the king and the emperor, they want to feel like they're a good provider. And they may just not feel that way at this time. And so they may feel like they're being cruel to be kind, in a sense where they don't want to get your hopes up and make promises and step towards you if they feel like they're not going to be good for you, or they're not going to be an equal match for you. But they're always thinking about you from afar. You're always on their mind. They are letting go of the past. There is definitely something they need to release in order to free themselves for intimacy to return, or intimacy to develop between you both. So let's look into this person's charms. What does this person want to happen between you both? So, the hedgehog, the bicycle, the cat, the this is stuck. The moon with the constellations, earphones, witch's brew. Okay, so yeah, this person's retreating into themselves. They may feel nervous around you because you can see into them. You can see beyond their masks. It's almost like you connect on such a deep energetic level that you see the true them, like their soul truth, rather than the distorted version. Like you see who they truly are more than they can see that within themselves. And vice versa. So this is someone I feel who retreats and they try to protect themselves, rolling into a ball. They may bury their head in the sand because they don't know how to step into their power. They have all these goals and aspirations of feeling much more confident, but I feel like they're struggling with that. There's this cat one here. It says, "If I fits, I sits." So to me, this is saying they're being very independent. You know, like with cats, you can't really tell a cat what to do. They kind of show you affection when they want to. If I fits, I sits. This could be kind of like a stubborn kind of energy. It may be rare for them to actually open up to you. The divine is watching over your connection. They realize that your connection, the love, goes beyond this dimension. They feel this deep spiritual aspect, but that may be creating some confusion for them because they may be, if they're very much in that distorted energy, they may be feeling that it's all just in their head, or it's lust, or it's not real. And so they have some trust issues when it comes to trusting the validity of your connection. The moon and the constellations. To me, this is saying that there's a lot of planetary influences within your connection. Again, it goes beyond this dimension. Like there's soul contracts going on here. It's about energetic alignment rather than, you know, it may appear like I said, this person just needs to make a decision and commit to you, but it's an energetic dynamic. It's about that law of attraction. What energy are you in? What energy are they in? What vibration are you both attracting? The bicycle. Whenever I see this, I see it as bicycle, like you're both going through this same cycles together. So it's really saying to me that you are working together, you're on the same page, even if it doesn't feel like it. This is your souls working together. You were contracted to meet to overcome and learn the same kind of lessons or overcome the same core wounds. The bike is pink. Pink is the color of the heart chakra, so it's about healing the heart on a really deep level. Witch's brew. Whoops. So to me, this is like a potion. This person, if they have trust issues, they may worry that you've put some kind of spell on them or they're under some kind of illusion. They're like, is this a trap? Is this a trick? Because, you know, they may be in that distorted version of self. They may be in the ego. They may be wondering whether this is real or not. Some of them, this is saying they're trying to heal. They're trying to manifest this new beginning. They may literally be trying to work with the law of attraction. With that hanged man energy, they're having a lot of wisdom. They are seeing things much more clearly. Overall, they are believing a lot more. They're learning a lot. And to me, this is like a royal key, almost like a crown. So this is ascension. This is the opening of their crown chakra. This connection is really like a gateway for them to see the truth, hear the truth, have this heart awakening, have this spiritual awakening. Music may be connected to this person. And they're either listening to the divine and they're hearing all this guidance, or some of them, you know, they may be trying to plug up their ears or cut off what they're hearing sometimes as well. So take however that resonates. I'm going to look much more deeply into this person's energies, what they're thinking, what they want to happen, what actions they're going to take, and what's going to happen between you in an extended Vimeo reading. So the link to that reading will be below this video in the description box. And I really hope this reading has resonated with you and that it's been helpful. And if it has, then please like, share and subscribe. It really helps me to grow my channel. And if you do subscribe, please tap the bell icon and that will notify you every time I release a new reading. So I really hope to see you over on Vimeo. Thank you so much. So this is set of cards number 4, which is the Rose Quartz. And your card is the yin and the yang. So what does this person want to happen between you both? So we've got the Morgan Greer Tarot, Messages from the Divine Masculine, and this is the True Love reading cards. What does this person want to happen between you? Queen of Pentacles. 2 of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. Just move this light over here. Oops. The Star. The Page of Wands. Strength. The 9 of Cups. The Fool. The 7 of Cups. And the Sun. love, reparenting yourself, resolving conflict, forgiveness. I'm praying to God. I'm reprioritizing. I'm the man. I follow my gut. And I don't feel good enough. Okay, so what does this person want to happen between you both? They want the conflict that's been occurring to be overcome. They want healing in terms of your relationship. They're hoping that you're going to forgive them. They're hoping that you're going to still send them empathy and compassion, love and understanding. What I'm feeling from this person is they want you to keep nurturing them. They see you as this Queen of Pentacles and the Star and the Strength. And there's the reparenting, resolving conflict, where she is sending that love to the masculine and forgiveness. And, you know, they're seeing you as this angelic type of person. They're seeing you as very caring, very nurturing. And they're hoping that you're going to forgive them for whatever conflicts have happened. They're hoping that you're going to keep being there, being supportive. They see you as a pillar of strength. You are like their rock. You're a great inspiration to them. They're very thankful for you being supportive. I feel like they have regrets, like perhaps they took that for granted in the past. Perhaps they wondered, why does she love me? And so they distrusted the love and the support you were giving them. And they felt like you just wanted things in return. But I feel like you've helped this person have a spiritual awakening. You've helped this person to believe in the divine a lot more, a spiritual connection. This could be your twin flame with the yin yang here. You've helped each other to heal. This person looks up to you because they see themselves as the page or the fool. There's a childlike quality about them. Reparenting yourself. I feel like perhaps you have been almost like a substitute parent figure to them, even if that sounds strange. There may be some kind of parent-child dynamic going on here. Perhaps there was some kind of tower moment because you were sending this person so much love and you're being supportive. Perhaps you needed to turn the focus onto yourself and give yourself that love. Reparent yourself. And I feel like you needed to take a step back in order for this person to start reparenting themselves as well. Basically loving themselves, resolving their own conflict a little bit more, because I feel like this person became too reliant on you, codependent upon all the love and support that you're giving them. It's almost as though the more love and support you're giving them, the more they were resisting coming forward, the more they were kind of seeing you as a crutch in their life. But they needed to help themselves a lot more. They needed to learn their own strength. I'm not saying that what you were doing was wrong or that you shouldn't help this person or be supportive, but there is definitely a sense that there needed to be time and space away from each other in order for this person to grow on their own more and for you to grow on your own a lot more as well. But they're hoping that you're going to forgive them and give them a second chance. They are wanting you to return to nurturing and creating balance within the connection. I mean, you may have been putting in a lot of work into this connection. For some, this could mean that they are looking to you still in a codependent kind of way. They're wanting you to still be there and kind of validate them and love them because they don't know how to love themselves. So you'll need to like gauge whether, you know, how much help is actually helping them, or if you're helping too much, is that actually enabling them and trying to do the work for them kind of thing. So they want a reconciliation. They're wanting you to be on speaking terms again, or they're wanting to deepen the connection, come back into balance and harmony. They want an equal give and take, or some of them may have been saying that that's what they want, and in a way they do want that. They do want the equal give and take, but at the same time I feel like if there is this parent-child dynamic going on, a part of them doesn't want to lose you being there and being like the main provider and like looking after them kind of thing. Ouch. Just seeing a cut on my finger. So Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. Again, I'm seeing this as they see you as this Queen of Pentacles, very giving, very nurturing. They're hoping that you're going to extend that supportiveness to them again. They're hoping that, you know, if anything bad's happened or some kind of tower moment, they're hoping that you're going to tame any negative thoughts that you've had about them and about the connection. They're hoping that you're going to be very forgiving, very conditionally loving, but there may, you know, be a need for you to set healthy boundaries. There may be a need for you to focus on loving yourself for now. They want a new beginning with you. I feel like they do realize some mistakes they made. They realize how they may have taken you for granted. And they are wanting to put more effort into your connection. But I still feel as though they can't fully give back equally to you. I feel like they've got into some kind of comfort zone with you, where they're just used to you putting in so much work or doing all the work. Because there is this Seven of Cups here, which is about things being up in the air, or it's about daydreams and fantasies. It can be confusion and illusion. So they may have been wishy-washy with you. They may have been like, I do want this relationship with you, but why fix what isn't broken? Like, to you, you feel as though it's not working because they're not giving back to you equally. But to them, they may feel as though the connection is working for them because you're validating and loving them in ways where they didn't feel loved by their own family or something like that. And because you're soul family, they're feeling a lot of healing from this nurturing aspect of you giving so much to them. They're experiencing a lot of fulfillment. They see you as their dream come true. I feel like a part of them wants to take a leap of faith with you into a new beginning, but this Fool, you know, it may be someone who's a daydreamer, living in a fantasy, living on cloud 9 rather than grounding it. They want you to shine the light on them again. They want you to spread that love and light to them. And for some of you, I feel like this dynamic, this is meant to happen. But at the same time, I do feel like there's a major lesson here to do with them needing to be more responsible for their own emotional well-being. and their own healing and soul growth, and you needing to take a step back in order to reparent yourself and being responsible for your own self-love. There may be a mirroring going on here to do with core wounds of seeking that validation outside of self to heal the inner child, because there's the children here in the deck, and reparenting yourself, showing the children as well. So they want love. They want you to nurture them. They want you to keep sending them the love, because they're kind of stuck in this shadow, in the cave. They're wanting your forgiveness. They're praying to God, like, they're praying for your forgiveness. They're praying that you're still going to be there for them. They're praying that you're still going to be open. And kind of, in a way, they want you to kind of go back to the old role that you were providing for them for a long time. But in a way, there was some unhealthy dynamics going on in that situation. And reprioritizing. I'm the man. So they may be trying to gather strength and confidence so they feel like the man, like a good provider, feeling like they're stepping up. I follow my gut. So they are going inwards. They're trying to listen to their intuition about what to do, how to move forward within this connection. But there's this, I don't feel good enough. And so because they don't feel good enough, it's almost like they don't want to take a risk and be rejected, or they don't want to do the hard work of this healing. They're kind of in a rut. They're kind of in a comfort zone. And so, in a sense, I'm feeling like they still want you to be the one that's putting in most of the work and then following suit kind of thing. So I'm going to look more deeply into this person's energy in a VIMEO reading. I'm going to look into how they feel about you, what they want to happen with you, what actions they're going to take, if any, and what's going to happen between you. So I'll leave the link to that VIMEO reading below this video in the description box. And I really hope this reading has resonated and been helpful. And if it has, then please like, share, and subscribe. I'm just realizing that I forgot to look into the charms. So for those of you that are still watching, I'll look at the charms. What does this person want to happen between you? So I'm seeing this I fits, I sits, cat one. So to me, this is like a stubborn kind of energy. You know, cats can be very independent. They can kind of do whatever they want. They only give you affection when they feel like it, kind of thing. And I fits, I sits. So to me, this is like someone who's sitting still and not taking action. Bullshit remover. I feel like this person may have given you some false promises, or they may have meant how they felt about you when they expressed it, but they may have made out that they were going to take more action than what they actually were. I feel like it's kind of like they were dangling a carrot on a stick in front of you, hoping that you'd still chase them and that you'd put in all the work or most of the work. And I feel like, sorry, I'm not sure why it's so dark. They were hoping that those promises would keep you holding on and keep you hanging around and giving them this love. I feel like they were trying to make you believe that they were doing the work or doing more work than what they actually were, which is brew. I feel like they were trying to put a spell on you, not like literally, but this is like they were trying to make you believe that good vibes were happening, that they were healing more than what they were. But I see this as them still almost like in that cave. Not doing the work as much as they could have been. Procrastinating. So yeah, if you would like to find out more about what's going on with this person, then check out the Vimeo reading. And if this reading has resonated, please like, share and subscribe. It really helps me to grow my channel. And if you do subscribe, please tap the bell icon. That will notify you every time I release a new reading. So hope to see you over on Vimeo. Thank you so much.